with your palate cleansers. Show me what you got.
Welcome in, everybody, to a brand new episode of Audionots, your pop culture palate cleanser. I am Eric Oldboy, online with the notorious REN. What's happening, my guy?
What's up? We're back.
Yeah, we're back. We're back to talk about the final episode of WandaVision and many more things. So there's exciting news going on, even though things are slower in the media.
Yeah, we're gonna spend probably 90% talking about Wanda.
Yeah, I think that it's well worth it too, for sure. But before we start on Wanda, what have you been up to? What else have you been doing?
Got me a new headset, which is dope.
Nice. It looks cool. What kind of headset is that?
By the looks of it, you may think it's like Apple, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's
No,
it's white. It's the new PS5 headset.
Damn. Does that mean you have a PS5?
No,
No,
it's
just the
impossible
headset.
to get, dude.
Yeah. Are the headsets hard to find?
No, they actually had like a bunch in stock at like Fred Meyer, so I went over there and got one.
Nice. Do you like the quality, the audio quality? Is it up to par? Do you like it better or worse than the last one you had?
Well, for me, I like buying these because it comes with a little USB dongle.
Oh,
So I don't have Bluetooth on my PC, and every time I buy like a third party Bluetooth connector, it always sucks.
yeah.
So this one comes with like its own
fails.
Yeah, its own like dongle. You just plug and play. So I dig it.
It looks cool as hell too. Maybe Kid Danger needs a pair of those.
Yeah,
then I can wear them and we'll be matching. Did they make them in other colors or just white?
Just white because the PS5 is white. I'm like slowly assembling my PS5.
One part at a time.
Yeah.
So what else you been up to?
Stocks, man. I feel like I'm buried in my stocks now. There's too much stocks going on.
Yeah. So you find anything new that we should tell the people that they need to invest in? Anything like hot stock talk that they don't know about yet? For all those
Roblox,
people that are
baby.
idiots that get their stock news from us.
Yeah. Roblox is IPO.
Roblox, the video game Roblox, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. So for those who don't know, tell them what it is.
Well, Roblox is basically you could call it social media if you wanted to, but it's not really. It's like an online gaming community where
is it like Minecraft?
Well, to me, it looks like if you took Minecraft and Legos, right, and combine it together, It makes Roblox. And so they basically made this whole like universe, right, where you could log in and play, and just like Minecraft, right. But nice. The interesting thing is they basically let you as a player or developer make your own in-game like games inside their game. Cool. Yeah. And so that way you could charge people to play your games.
Really? And you can collect real money?
Yeah, in-game money. You can. Yeah, so basically if you decided to make your own like little obstacle course, a little in-game, you can charge other kids to come play. And then
that's dope.
Yeah. And that's how they make most of their money. Like, so you're a developer, you make the game, you charge the kids, to play your game, and then it goes to Roblox. Then it goes to the developer, and then Roblox takes a percentage off of it.
Right. Wow. So everybody can make a little money, including you, the investor.
Yeah. And then they have like all the toys too and stuff like that.
I've seen the toys in the store. Yeah. Kid Danger, I think, was kind of outgrowing it when it started gaining a lot of popularity. So he liked it, I think, for a hot minute, then kind of moved on. But what were you able to get the stock price at? Was it still pretty low? Is it high?
It's pretty high, dude.
Yeah.
Like when it first IPO, they estimated at $45 a share.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess I'll take a chance on it. But then when like it was trading, it jumped up all the way to like 75, dude. And I'm like,
Wow.
what the heck?
How high do you think it can go, though? Do you think it's going to get into the hundreds? Is it going to be the next GameStop?
Yeah, because it's like it's a game. So the dudes might like hype it up and, go with it. I'm not even sure, man.
Just run it up for no reason, just because they can, because they know what it is. The Reddit bros.
Yeah, I bought a few stocks. I'm like, damn it, this price is too high for me. So once it hit higher than what I paid for, I sold. Like,
you bailed.
Yeah, I bailed, and it kept one just in case.
It's quick. That's a quick turnaround.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man.
Nice, but you were able to make a few bucks off of it, anyways.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll come back down to like $40, and I'll reinvest.
That makes sense. I think that's cool. What else? What else you been investing in?
Oh yeah, last week we talked about our NBA Top Shots. Yeah, so I finally got a pack.
Yeah, you got a pack.
You got
were
a pack.
So like upset that you weren't gonna get a pack, and then you got a pack. I got a pack, and you pulled a much better card than I did.
Yeah, because like they basically have this one pack release in like 3 chunks, right?
Yeah.
And so the first try, you got it like right off the bat. Like, damn, you're hella lucky.
First try.
Dude. Let's go. And then since you already got your pack, they don't allow you to do it again because it's still considered the one pack per account. Second try, I was like, nope,
nothing.
Third try, they're like, there's only 60,000 packs left, but then there's 100,000 users, So I'm like, God damn it. And so when I logged in, got in the queue, I was like 61,000. Like, whoa, no, what the heck, dude? Off by 1,000. I was so pissed.
You hung in there.
Yeah. And I text you, you're like, just hang in there, man.
People might bail. It might have like computer issues.
Yeah. So thank you to the people that bail and all the computer issues. I was able to get one.
Yeah, you got a good one too. So these were the all-star packs, basically. They called them the Rising Stars. And you would get 2 common moments, and then you'd get 1 all-star moment. And for me, I got Damian Lillard, and it was valued around $250. But Ren pulled Luka Doncic. How do you say it? Doncic? Yeah. Doncic. Yeah, he's got one of them good foreign names. But he was considered the most valuable one out of those packs. And he goes, you're probably going to be able to get $1,000 for him. No problem.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
So I already sold mine. So everybody's like, oh man, I have this, you guys talk about value. Are you actually getting anything for it? So yes, I mean, I already sold my Damian Lillard. Maybe I should have hung on to it a little bit longer. I wanted to see if it actually does work. Do people buy it? So the fact that I was able to buy this pack on like a Saturday for $14.
Yeah.
I got 3 moments. I sold one of them immediately, which was the Damian Lillard moment, for $250 3 days later. So I turned $14 into $250. Ren's going to turn $14 into $1,000 easy. So it just goes to prove that it does work. Yeah, there are people out there that are paying this kind of money. And you say, well, why? Why are they paying this kind of money? Because these guys are much bigger whales than we are. What they're doing,
we're not even whales, man.
No, we're just guppies. So we're top shot guppies. And so what happens is we enjoyed our little guppiness. He'll get his money. I'll get my little bit of money. The whales will come in and they'll buy his Luka. They'll buy my Lillard, and they'll collect all of the all-star cards from these packs, buying them a few $100 at a time. And they'll take that because it results in a challenge win. And once they get all the right cards, they get a Kevin Durant or a LeBron. And these cards are even more rare. And they can turn around and sell one of these cards for $60,000, $70,000. And so you're like, oh man, you thought it was exciting when I got $250 or he's going to get 1,000. Imagine getting 70 grand, but that's a real investment. And you have to be pretty bold. You have balls of steel to do that.
With your powers combined, I am LeBron James.
LeBron James.
Yeah, it got so popular that I saw it on the trending on Twitter.
Yeah, no, it's getting big. So we definitely were early adopters. We weren't the earliest adopters. Those guys are multimillionaires now, so good on them. But yeah, you and I were definitely earlier adopters. And so we've been able to kind of take advantage of it. We also have another pack I think we're supposed to get tomorrow or Saturday. So we'll be able to open a few more moments. And what I've been doing in the meantime is I go in for the noobs that come in and they buy their pack and then they just sell them off real quick because they don't know what the hell's going on. And they sell them between $5 and $15. And I go in and I buy those good ones, names people recognize for real cheap. and then I double the price and resell them. And that works. I've been doing it. And so even if you don't make the huge, like big chunk sales, you can make little chunk sales for quite a while.
I mean, that's like stocks 101, right? Buy low, sell high.
Yeah. And it's right now, because it's so popular and it's still being flooded with new users, that for people who've been in it, even for the small amount of time that we've been in it, you could really take advantage of these new users and make some money.
Well, the thing is that we have the benefit of being in already, and some people can't even get in because it's still harder for them to sign up. There's too many, it's bottlenecking there,
Yeah, they are still in beta, so they're really careful of who they let in, and they've done a fairly good job, seems like, of getting rid of most of the bots. But yeah, the people that are in it right now are so aggressive. The supply versus the demand is outrageous. And the idea is eventually it'll kind of level out. And if you buy a $14 pack, you'll have $14 worth of moments. That's just the way it'll be eventually. But right now, this is like the gold rush, right? Everybody's going out there, and every single pack, no matter what you pay for it, is worth 10 times the value that you get it at. And it depends on your luck. Sometimes it's just random luck. I got a $250 one. He got a $1,000 one. And that's awesome though. How exciting is that? Like, it doesn't hurt my feelings because I just get so pumped up by this actually working.
See, because it's basically catering to people that, used to collect basketball cards, collect, Pokemon cards. The same thing, right?
Yeah,
you buy a
totally
pack,
same thing.
There's commons, and you're guaranteed one rare or higher,
Yeah. And how many of us, when we were card collectors, thought, oh man, how cool would it have been to own some of the first baseball cards or some of the first basketball cards? But that already came out, it already happened. But here we are on the precipice of being the first ever video moment collection group. And it's so cool to be part of it. And I just enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. Plus it's something that we know. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm able to and you're able to spot the players we know will sell. We're not idiots buying up a bunch of Terrence Rosses. Even though I did get a crappy Terrence Ross in my pack of 3, sold him too.
Yeah, I sold my LaMarcus Aldridge. I bought it for $23.
Yeah,
because I have this theory that if you pay, you have a better chance of like getting more stuff.
Right, like it rewards those people who already have bought some moments.
Yeah, because they keep saying it's a random number generator. It's not random, man. They're getting all the paid people and giving their like higher chances. This is our theory.
That's a hot tip, though. Yeah. I mean, that is a theory, but it's a hot tip.
Yeah, so I bought a LaMarcus Aldridge for $23 to get in the game.
Right,
and then once I got the pack, I sold my LaMarcus for $28. So
see, that's what I'm saying. Little small $5-10 profits all day.
That's fun. I mean, I'm excited to try to just find more low ones I'm selling for higher.
Yeah. So there's a lot of everybody. If you're listening to this right now and you're kind of like, wow, I'd like to learn more. There's a lot of podcasts right now talking about this. There's YouTube channels. There's Twitter groups, Facebook groups. So there's a lot of people talking about it. So if you're interested in it, try it out, but be careful. Yeah. I mean, just like anything, don't bring money you're not afraid to lose. But I think because we've been those early adopters, we've been really lucky.
I think we hit the platform where we could invite people now.
Oh, good.
Maybe. So maybe if that's the case, we could leave our links on our description. And
okay. Yeah. If that's the case, we should definitely do that.
Because they reward you for like points, they basically like level you up to
every time you do something. Yeah, and I've noticed that like the early adopters, there was a set called the gift. So I'm assuming they must have all done something to receive this gift cards. So
like,
maybe the second group will get that. Yeah, we're the second group, so give us a chance.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's start the healthy stream. So the first place we want to start in the stream, of course, is WandaVision. And we finally saw that last finale, the last episode. And holy smokes, man, that was something. I want to hear your thoughts on what you thought. Were you into it? Were you upset? Because I saw a lot of people, and I'm not sure how you feel about this, but me personally, I liked the show. But I saw a lot of people, they built up these theories, and we do it. We talked about theories and guesses, and it's fun. You should have fun with it. But then people were getting mad when their like home theory didn't work out. It's like, bro, you made that up. That had nothing to do with the show. You can't get pissed about that.
Yeah.
And that seemed like the only reason I saw any negativity. Because if you really just look at the show in the compass or a little bottle by itself, and you say, okay, from episode 1 to episode 9, it was a really well done Marvel television show.
I think Elizabeth Olsen should win an award for this, man. Her acting is like just so
good.
Yeah. I think for me, like you said, I love the show. There's the negative and positive about week to week. You know, how each week's one new episode. It gives us time to theorize. It's fun.
Yeah,
but at the same time, people like build up all these different theories that and then come true, and that's why they're mad. But then if you watched it, if you binged it, you know, from episode 1 to 9, you don't have the chance to like fan theory like we did, you know.
Right.
But then,
and so you're right. The every once a week though gets you excited, gets you talking about, because everybody in the world was talking about WandaVision every week because of it. But yeah, the downside, just like you said, is they get mad when these theories that we're all so sure going to come true don't come true. And the biggest one was Pietro. Everybody's like, "Oh, he's not the real Quicksilver from X-Men," and so they were just pissed. And it's like, it's kind of funny when you think about this television show just trolled the hell out of their fan base.
Yeah.
I mean, good on them, I guess.
I mean, it's kind of like, you know, we're all home, stuck at home watching shows because we can't really do much.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, it's fun for them to troll us as the viewers, you know?
Yeah. And it turned out to be a boner joke. That's the best part. It wasn't just, it wasn't Disney going, "Hey man, we trolled you." It was them going, "Oh, we got you so hard." It's like they not only pulled down our pants, but they got our underwear on the way down too. And they got us, man. Hit us with that boner joke. I was just like, you gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
It was so good. I loved it. I was like, oh my gosh.
I think there's still a chance though that we'll get. I think there's still a minute chance that could end up being the real X-Men Quicksilver, because the fact that if you go back earlier in the season, they talked about them having a witness protection person in there. Why the hell would Boner be in witness protection? Maybe because he's come from this other universe and they're kind of keeping him there, and he was just joking. I mean, who else? Let me ask you, in your bedroom right now, do you have a photograph of yourself with your name on it? Who the hell does that? Nobody does that. It's weird all by itself.
I'm gonna be an actor, man.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's an actor because he's pretending to be Boner or whatever his name, Ralph Boner.
Yeah. Plus, you know how spoiler alert, but he was wearing that necklace that Agatha gave him gave him powers. One? You know. Yeah. So what if it was just, you know, enhancing his powers and not like giving him powers, you know, sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. Like, it could be that she was like, "Holy crap, why are all these mutants attracted to this one area in New Jersey?" You know, so maybe, I mean, it could all still make sense. And here we are theorizing again, but it was such a good show. I just thought it turned out really well. If you had to choose, if I said right now, you can only ever watch WandaVision season 2 or Mandalorian season 3, you had to choose between one or the other. Which one are you choosing?
Damn. I think I have to choose Wanda, dude.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Mandalorian's a great show and I enjoy it, but you got to remember at the end of Mandalorian, I still thought that Star Trek show was the best thing I'd ever seen. Yeah. So it makes sense that Wanda would win this fight, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, for me, I love the fact that they kept Agatha as the main, you know, villain, rather than bringing in someone the very last minute, like, oh, this guy was behind the scene the whole time, you know, sort of thing.
Yeah, no, it was good. And that the actress that played Agatha did something Hahn, right? Isn't her name something Hahn? Catherine Hahn? Or
Catherine Hahn?
Sure. But either way, she did such a great job. And they didn't remove her from the universe. You know, Wanda basically put her in place there so that she can always come back. They can bring her back if they need her. So she can come back as maybe an asset or, you know, an ally or a villain or whatever they want her to be. And that's still a possibility.
But the thing is, what they did was in the comics, you know, she was an enemy, she was a friend, she was like teaching her.
Right.
So in the show, they did all that, you know, they showed that she was all that throughout the show. So it's like they covered their bases.
And what was unique about the show is the first few episodes were such a fun, unique idea that we'd never seen before. But then when they wrapped it up, it was very much like right out of the pages of a comic book.
Yeah.
The way, you know, the two heroes fighting each other to, you know, villains getting at, like, you were like, okay, this is ripped right from my comic book life. This is how it always worked. And I like that about it.
Yeah, because like you tweeted out the Vision scene
Yeah, it was literally word for word from the comics.
Yeah.
And so really, I would suspect if you read a lot of comics, you might be able to predict these shows to some degree.
Yeah. So what do you think Vision went?
White Vision or her Vision? Her Vision's gone, right? He lives inside of her Mind Stone.
Yeah.
I think White Vision's trying to figure out what the hell's going on. And so he's kind of like flown away into whatever the next thing might be. So he can discover, what is happening with him.
I think I've been reading this theory that the lasting Vision, remember, was being killed, in Wakanda. So they're thinking that he's going to go back to Wakanda and kind of survey the spot and like try to remember stuff. And then, you have Sherry over there that's very smart. So she could probably help him fix him up too. Or I don't know.
Maybe they'll integrate him in the Wakanda TV show they've been talking about, kicking around.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah,
that's
figured it out.
That's a great theory. Yeah. I like it. So what did you think of the after credit scene? It was pretty great, I thought.
So the first one was, which one was it?
The first one, what was the first one? I only remember the last one where she's like astral projecting. Yeah. But she's like the next level astral projectionist, because we've seen Doctor Strange do that. But he's always kind of like kind of flopped over while he's astral projecting, right? And Wanda's like making herself some lunch or something and walking around the house while she's astral projecting and learning more magic. And that brings us back to what Agatha said, where she's even stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme. And you're like, well, right there, they just showed us that she's doing something that takes him a lot of effort. Like his body has to kind of be still while he does it, whereas she's able to manipulate it and do both things at once.
Well, the thing, like, what the show is great about, it's like metaphor and similarities. How the whole time Agatha's trying to figure out her powers, that way she could basically absorb it for herself. She's right. I don't know how strong she is. I need to know how strong she is first before I could take that power.
Right.
And so it's kind of like the same thing with Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange was he wasn't born with that power. He was given that power.
That's true.
And so it's kind of like Charlotte Witch. She was just born strong, and she was given the enhancement to be even stronger. So.
And then they gave her basically a third enhancement. So Agatha's like, "Oh man, you were already born with powers. Then you got freaking an Infinity Stone, which like souped up your powers. And now you haven't even learned the magic yet. And now she's got the book of magic and she's learning it. So now it's like all the time she's 3 times as strong as she used to be. It's like incredible when you think about it.
Yeah, at the very end, you could hear the kids' voices.
Oh, you could.
Yeah,
I didn't notice that. So her kids' voices.
Yeah, because at the very end, when she's like, you hear the kids' voices, and then she like closes the book and it ends.
Well, when one would imagine she's probably got some other reality happening where they're all still alive and well, because who could let their kids just kind of croak like that? And that was like, wasn't that the most heartfelt moment ever for a superhero show? You got a guy painted in purple and a witch, and I literally was kind of like sitting there with my family trying not to like sniffle, so they didn't realize it was kind of getting me that her kids just had to get this. It was very similar to me when Thanos snapped, because you started having these people just go away.
Yeah, and I think in Doctor Strange, it might even be her trying to go find her kids, and then that's how she meets Doctor Strange, sort of thing.
Yeah, it makes me real excited for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. It's unfortunate that we have to wait until next year.
I know, 2022. Damn.
Yeah. Well, the remainder of this year is going to give us a ton of stuff. And speaking of, what's super exciting about that is we're recording on Thursday, and then it gets edited on the weekend. And by the time everybody listens to this, Friday, your guys' Friday, the listeners' Friday, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier will be out. So we're technically only 1 week away from it. Isn't that crazy when you think about it? Yeah.
Have you seen any trailers for that?
I've seen the original one, and then I said I don't want to watch any more of it because I want to like take it in. But you were telling me that the last trailer was pretty good.
Well, it was more like a promotional trailer in a way. You didn't watch that one?
I saw the one that they played at the Super Bowl. So that's the trailer I've seen.
Okay. Well, this one was like basically Falcon.
Yeah.
It's like, I've been blimp for 5 years, this happened. What did I miss? And then the dude's like pointing and it was like an Xbox, the new Xbox.
So it was a commercial for Xbox.
Yeah.
Genius.
It was
That's so
hella
good.
funny. I was like, oh my god, so good.
So genius. That's good on them. Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited for that show. I think it's going to be great. It's nice to see that we're getting so close to these things that we always talk about. The fact that we're now only a week away from Falcon and Winter Soldier, but you know where else we're only a week away from?
Snyder Cut, baby.
Yeah, the Snyder Cut. 4 hours of Snyderverse. And the best part is they're bringing it on Thursday, which means you can watch Snyder Cut this Thursday and then follow it up with Winter Soldier on Friday. So it could be the most epic. I mean, if you're still not watching the Snyder Cut by the time Friday rolls around, because it's like 4.5 days worth of television. I don't know why it has to be quite so long.
So next week's for our finale, season 2 finale of Audionuts. Nuts. It'd just be us being recorded watching Justice League.
Just like trying to like sit through it, because it's like hopefully they build in some intermissions, because that's a long ass TV show.
Yeah, I could get online, you get online, and then this whole episode could just be our reaction
of
the first hour.
I think that I need to rewatch the original Justice League, because it wasn't my favorite to begin with.
Don't watch it.
I want to be able to compare them, you know, so I can say, oh, that's new. Oh, that's new. Oh, they changed the way that guy looks. Because like, honestly, all I remember is the whole Martha thing that made me so mad. That's literally the only thing that stuck in my brain from the original Justice League.
No, that was from Batman versus Superman.
Well, there you go. Then nothing from Justice League sticks in my brain. Nothing. Nothing. So I don't remember.
Yeah, it's when Superman's dead in this one.
Okay. Got me, man. It's been so long since I saw it. I didn't like it, and so it was in one ear and out the other. So that's why I got to rewatch it, so I can compare them to see if Zack Snyder's really a genius or if these people are just weird.
You think Zack Snyder like refilm a scene to make Wonder Woman fly?
So that it makes sense? Yeah, he should have. He really should have. Whatever. Over on Netflix, I've been watching this new show. I forgot to tell you about this off air, but this is gonna be fun. It's called Bonding, and Bonding is because I finished. I was watching.
I know that show.
Oh, you do? Okay, I was watching Close Enough
because my wife watches
and I finished it. Oh, she does.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah. So it's the sexiest show that doesn't really give you anything sexy, right? Yeah. So it's like you watching it, like, oh, this show is gonna be so dirty. Like it feels, because it's about a dominatrix and her little gay companion, and like you're like, this show is going, but they get it around without showing anything. But there's some moments in there that are like jaw-droppingly shocking. And so the basic concept is there's two main characters, the dominatrix and the little gay sidekick. They were friends in high school, and they've both moved to New York or something, wherever they're at now. And he's moved in with her, or he's got a job from her, or does he live with her? No, because he's a different roommate. So he's got a job with her, even though he wants to be a stand-up comedian. And so he sucks at, he's so terrified of doing stand-up comedy that he never makes any money from it. So she convinces him to be her like assistant in dominating these guys. And it's just, I've only seen the first 2 or 3 episodes, but it's so funny because she puts them in these little outfits, and then she sits there and, dominates guys by making them, beating on them with things. And they're like, please, Mistress May, do this to me. There's this one scene. And so all the little kid listener ears, turn off for a second, where this one guy enjoys them making fun of his manhood, right? Telling him how small it is. Like, that's what kind of gets him off. And so he wants the little gay guy to tell him how small his manhood is. He's not that comfortable with it because he's still brand new to this whole gig. And so, but then his comedian parts of his brain starts working. And so he starts making jokes about this guy's junk, just like firing at him one after another. And the guy loves it, right? So he's like doing his thing. He's like, doing his thing. And then right when he's landing his last joke, you see him get hit in the face because the guy finally, enjoys it all the way to the end. And it caught me so off guard that they would have put that in a TV show that I was like just dying of laughter. I was watching this show, by the way, on my stationary bike. I'm glad it was in my home gym and I wasn't in a real gym, because that would have been like
what a
bad.
Is this
But
the
yeah,
one where like the one dude wants him to pee on him or something?
Yeah, that's the second episode. Same guy. So the same guy that jizzed on him in the first episode wants him to pee on him in the second episode, but he's kind of bladder shy. And so he starts singing happy birthday because that like helps him relax. And so they're all singing happy birthday and he starts peeing on this dude. And you're just like, the humor is so out there that it's incredible. It's a very indie comedy, very dark humor. I like it though. So if anybody likes that kind of really darker, very much adult humor, Bonding on Netflix is playing right now, and I just found out about it, and it's already got 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's why it got popular because season 2 just came out.
Yeah, so I've just started it, but I'll be sticking with it. It's my new stationary bike show, so it's pretty funny. Nice. I do like it. Over on Hulu, we talked about Boss Level. I watched Boss Level, and it is fantastic. I can't tell you how good this show is. So as far as stupid movies go, this is a good one. It knows it's stupid, but it just rolls with it, and it's so good. I give it a solid, 7 or 8. It's that good of a movie.
Wow.
But it gave me, even though it's not a superhero movie, it definitely gave me those Deadpool vibes. The basic concept is Frank Grillo's character wakes up one morning and get killed, and then it just keeps happening to him every day. Well, because it's the exact same situation every day, he gets better and he starts to dodge people and kill them back, and he has to slowly kind of figure it out. And as halfway through the movie, he like kind of gives up for a while and just lets him kill him and does other things. But as he kind of figures it out, he finally reaches the main boss, which is the Mel Gibson character. And it just has like the bits in it are super funny. The acting's fairly okay for this kind of movie. And the action and the way that people get killed is amazing. It's so good. Off the wall. I loved it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to try to watch it this weekend.
Yeah, so I highly recommend. I told Kid Danger about it because he's 15. He's old enough. I'm like, hey, man, you like Deadpool? He's like, yeah, I love Deadpool. I'm like, you got to watch this movie on Hulu. It's a Hulu original. Normally, these original movies aren't that great. I go, but this movie's pretty great. And so he watched it and he loved it. He said It was awesome. So it's a good movie. It's not just me. It's probably, we talked about a few podcasts ago about our favorite kind of day repeater type shows. It goes up there. It's up there with like Live Die Repeat for me. Yeah, it's good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so everybody go watch Boss Level. It's on Hulu now.
Nice. Oh, back to Netflix. I watched Pacific Rim in the Black.
Yeah, tell us about it.
It's actually pretty decent. There's only...
How much have you seen?
All of it.
Oh.
Yeah, because I thought it was like a whole season, right? And there's only 7 episodes. I was like, what is this? You know, how last time we talked about how
bitching about the episode lengths.
It needs to be at least 12.
Are they half hour or an hour long?
They're about like 30 minutes or so.
Oh, okay.
The animation is really cool. It's like that 3D but 2D anime.
Okay. Do you have to be a Pacific Rim fan? Do you need to have seen the movie to watch the show?
No, it's basically it takes place like in the future. Yeah. To where like kaijus are just like coming in and out, you know?
Oh.
And then like everybody's like basically beaten. And then it follows these 2 like teenagers that are kids of previous pilots.
Oh, okay.
And so you kind of go through their journey. And then they show you like stuff that's happening now. Like there's a new like creature that you don't know about and stuff like that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I'll watch that. I'm sold. I'm always looking for things to watch because like I was mentioning, I finished close enough because it was such short episodes. I think there was only like 8 of them. They're like 20 minutes each. So I burned through them in no time at all. And they were really funny. So that's another show people should watch.
Yeah, I think it looks like Japanese anime. So you
like
can be
the good stuff.
Yeah, you're like, I watch anime now too.
Finally, I can be part of the club.
Yeah.
I actually watch anime. I should watch anime. My son loves anime. He's always watching it. Over on Amazon Prime, I finally watched Coming to America 2. Coming to America. It's very, very average. It has a ton of great actors in it. From obviously Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, but it also has like Morgan Freeman and James Earl Jones, Tracy Morgan. I'm trying to remember. There's so many good actors in it, so it's loaded with great actors. It's kind of fun if you have a little nostalgia for the OG Coming to America. Otherwise, it's kind of like whatever. It would have been a flop as a movie theater movie for sure.
Yeah, I think I've been slacking on my watching TVs and shows because this whole week my wife's been doing a Harry Potter marathon.
Nice.
So my TV's been occupied with Harry Potter.
That's awesome though. Good for her.
So I haven't watched any of the shows you recommended yet.
Well, you could probably, if you didn't really absolutely love the first Coming to America, you probably could skip it, but definitely watch Boss Level. That's the one.
Okay.
I wanted to tell you though, I did take one of your recommendations from last episode where you convinced me that Superman and Lois was a CW show that I might like. And so we watched it last night, and I'm here to tell you, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, see?
You were so spot on. It looks much more expensive than most CW shows, but I think what I liked most about it wasn't even the superhero portions of it, but the moments that weren't superhero-y. It was kind of fun to see that dynamic of the kids learning that their dad's Superman and how they have to react to these kind of things. I like those kind of more quiet moments the best. And I don't know if it'll keep me intrigued long enough to watch it forever, but that first episode was done really well, and I'll definitely be watching episode 2.
Yeah, I'm actually all caught up with that show. I watch it like every Tuesday night now because it comes out Tuesdays.
Nice. Yeah,
Wednesday night.
Wednesdays, because it was last night.
Yeah. And it's Superman is basically just kind of like a sprinkle in the show. You kind of get it here and there with his dumbass suit that he wears. But then let
me ask you this. Well, hold on 1 second. Spoiler alert for anybody that hasn't seen Superman. Is the villain Lex Luthor? Because he said the machine's like Luthor, Captain Luthor, and I was like, is this like a new version of Lex Luthor? I wasn't certain on that.
No, he's Master Chief from Halo.
I know he looks like Master Chief, but she called him Captain Luthor, and I'm like, how many Luthors can there be in the Superman world?
Yeah, so he is Luthor. If you watch like The Flash and all that stuff, we know that there's a multiverse or whatever they call it, like a different parallel Earths, you know?
Right.
So I'm not sure if he's a different Earth Luthor or he's a different planet Luthor. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, because he seems pissed off at Superman. It's almost like if you're saying he's a multiverse Lex Luthor, maybe because he said at one point during the fight, he said that his planet had been, exploded or killed too. Maybe Superman caused it on his planet, and that's why he's come back to kill this Superman to get his revenge.
Oh yeah. So you're right. If it's not like a other planet Luthor, it's a different Earth Luthor.
Got it. Yeah. No, I think that's going to be pretty intriguing. I'm down.
And then it's kind of like, what happened to this Luthor? Where'd he go?
He must be around somewhere. We just haven't been introduced. But I'm only on episode 1. How many episodes are there? 2, 3?
3. I watched the third one.
And has it stayed high in quality the whole time?
Yeah, like I said, Superman is basically a sprinkle in the show, and it really revolves around the kids, how they're dealing with it. Their school, going back to Smallville, how Lois is coping. The show is called Superman and Lois, so you're seeing what Lois is going through too. So
nice. I like that.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Cool. That's all I had for the healthy stream. So unless you have anything else on the healthy stream, I think we should take a quick break. And when we come back, we got a whole bunch of tasty trailers once again. And I have like 3 really fun news stories that people are going to love. So we'll see you guys all on the flip side. Bye. Need affordable graphic design? VisualanteDesign.com should be your first stop. High quality work at low prices. Perfect for every need from corporate to personal. Visit VisualanteDesign.com now and request your free quote. And for a limited time, mention Audionots for 10% off your first project. And we're back. Start out with the tasty trailers. All right, so I have a whole bunch of them, and I've kind of expanded my tasty trailer looks, because there's a lot of different things coming out, lots of stuff. So I'm trying to see what's up. The first one is a TV show called Made for Love. And you're like, Made for Love doesn't sound like the kind of show the Audionots would talk about. Well, Made for Love is about a woman who's been on the run after 10 years of a suffocating marriage to a tech billionaire who is implanted in his like a chip, a monitoring device in her brain that allows him to track and watch her and know her emotional data as she tries to regain her independence. And so it's kind of like really like a trippy balls. Like it says it's a dark humor, is like how it's listed too. What did you think about the Made for Love trailer?
I thought she was like a robot for a sec. I'm like, is she like, it's made for love, Is she a robot? Like, I don't know.
What if it turns out that's still the case, and they're just tricking us with the synopsis?
Yeah, after watching that trailer, I'm like, what the heck is this? I have no idea what I just watched. All I know is that this chick is from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, that was the first thing. I'm like, oh, that's the mother from How You Met Your Mother, the actual mother. Her name is Kristen Milotti. So it's good to see her acting again, and hopefully she'll be in it more than she was in How You Met Your Mother.
Yeah, it's a crazy trailer. There's like a lot happening. I'm not really sure what to think of this.
Yeah, so, it's different. Yeah, people should check it out though. HBO Max. What I like is they're not afraid to push the boundaries and give you some weird stuff. So they've earned enough credit with me that I would definitely watch the first episode or two to see if it's something I would be interested in, because it's a unique concept at the very least.
Yeah, it has that one dude from Date Night.
Oh, was he in Date Night?
Yeah, the funny dude. Nice. That was dating the older chick. Yeah, shows that movie's so good.
My next trailer is The Irregulars, and it's almost more of a teaser than a full-blown trailer. The Irregulars is a TV mystery that follows a crew of misfit investigators they're looking into like supernatural crimes in Victoria, London, and they work for Dr. Watson as they look for his shadowy associate Sherlock Holmes. And so it's like it's kind of clever. They took teenagers, they combined it with the supernatural, and then they threw in a little bit of Sherlock and Holmes just for the hell of it. What do you think about this concept, since they don't give you a ton in the trailer?
Yeah, it was strange. I'm like, all right, there's powers. I think I'll watch it now.
Yeah, I like, I haven't seen a good supernatural show in a while, excluding your favorite Supernatural, but I don't usually, that's not usually my cup of tea, those types of shows. But I just love the concept that they're kind of mixing it up and bringing in Sherlock Holmes and stuff.
Yeah, I think we need to wait a little longer till we get more, because that teaser didn't show anything. But then I watched a first look where there's a scene.
Yeah.
And it looked like, like what you're saying, but then they kind of tease you what's going to happen next.
Oh, okay. So they're just kind of like barely putting it out there, which is surprising because it comes out this month. So you think we'd be getting a little bit more. Yeah, it comes out on March 26th. It's a Netflix show. So it's another one that I'll definitely give a shot, and see what it's about, because the concept is good, but I know almost zero about it.
Yeah, it's cool because it looks like it has like a little the little Asian girl is the lead. I'm like, yeah, let's go.
Nice.
Maybe, but
it was hard to tell from I only saw the teaser thing. I didn't see that other part that you said.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what do you want with my sister? Oh, you don't know? She's special. She can see things, stuff like that.
It's just like maybe like one of those people that can see ghosts or something.
Yeah, she can see things that other people can't.
That's cool. That's really cool. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. It's only a few weeks away. Over on ABC, they have a brand new sitcom coming out.
I know.
Home Economics. And this one looks kind of interesting to me because I like a good sitcom, and it has Topher Grace as the star. We haven't seen that guy since That 70s Show.
Yeah, so. Eric.
Yeah, he doesn't age. I mean, that's amazing.
He's buff, dude. See his body?
Well, look at you checking out Topher Grace's body. Hey, man, whatever.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Did you watch the whole thing?
I saw the trailer, but maybe we didn't. It's not always that we see the same trailer. So I saw a trailer, but I don't know that I saw like shirtless Topher Grace or anything.
Because the trailer I watched at the very end, the trailer ends, right?
Yeah.
And it goes into like their board meeting room to where they're like, all right, guys, to where the actors are all with like the marketing firm. Yeah. And they're like, this is your debut poster. And
no, I did not see that.
Oh, really? And then they were making fun of him. Like, how about the new trailer? And it was like Topher Grace as the Bachelor and stuff like that.
That's fun. I'm glad that they're having fun with it.
Yeah.
So it says that the show documents the uncomfortable yet heartwarming relationships of three siblings in a very different situation. So one's like ultra rich, and the ultra rich guy, by the way, I don't know. I watched a show that he's actually kind of like sidekick on. He's not like the main star or anything, and it's called Tacoma FD. It's on like Pop. I think it's on Pop. And I like it because it stars the Super Trooper people. So it's the one, Super Trooper guys made the obviously show about the police. And they have a TV show now called Tacoma FD that takes place up in Washington, Tacoma, Washington. Nice. And they're a bunch of firefighters that pull pranks. And the rich sibling from this show is like one of the competing firefighters from a different fire outfit. So I thought that was kind of cool. I recognized him. So there's the ultra rich one, there's the middle class one, and then there's the one that's just scraping by, and they all kind of have to like rely on their younger, more wealthy kind of dumb brother. And did they ever explain in the trailer you saw how he became so wealthy? Because I'm curious on where his money came from, because he doesn't come off like a genius.
It looked almost like a tech company.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't know.
Tech bro.
Yeah, you can't really tell, but that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, but it looks pretty good. I mean, for a network sitcom, because network sitcoms are kind of terrible anymore. There's a few here and there that are good. I like the cast. I like the concept. The trailer that I saw was pretty good. The trailer you explained sounds extra funny. So I don't know. I'll give it a shot. What do you think?
Yeah, like you said, it's going to be very heartwarming. So
yeah. And that debuts on ABC on April 7th. So that's coming up. I love that there's so much coming up. There's like nothing right now, but there's a lot coming. This one was really unique. It's a brand new show on Apple TV, and it's just called Calls. And the trailer itself, all you do is you hear all these people calling in like different kind of circumstances. Some people are upset about one thing, other people there's something happening, and it's almost like someone's capturing all their phone calls, and you're getting to listen in to all these things that are happening, and there's all these kind of sounds going on, and it's kind of like, whoa, what the heck is this?
I think it's just basically Apple capturing our phone calls and making it into a movie.
They just took everything right off of Alexa and just like, we're going to sell this to you now as a television show.
Did you see who's in it though? There's so many names.
Okay, so let's do that. I have it written down because
nice.
That's the kind of guy I am. So Calls is adapted from a French series, and it features the voices of Nick Jonas, Lily Collins, Pedro Pascal, Nicholas Braun, Rosario Dawson, Danny Pudi. Everybody knows him, right, from Community. Aubrey Plaza, Ben Schwartz, Riley Knoll, and Karen Gillian, and it says and more. I'm like, Jesus, how many more can you have? That's a lot of people.
Are they gonna have like visuals?
So this is I'm not exactly sure why this is even a television series versus, say, I don't know, a podcast, because this is an original, but it's going to be TV's first ever audio only television series. It says all bet with abstract visuals. So there's going to be 9 12-minute episodes. So it's very much like a podcast.
You know what? Freaking Apple, dude. They're like, hey, dude, we can't like go out and record visuals because of, COVID. Right. Let's just record audio and make a movie.
They contact all these actors, and they probably even use their real phones.
Yeah.
They sent them the scripts, had them read it. Then they added, because I think what makes it kind of cool is they added some really good music and sound effects, things happening that you're like, it almost makes your like the hairs on your arm stand up when you're listening to it, because we were all like, oh, that's creepy as hell.
It'd be funny if that one episode just ASMR the whole time.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Because I said her name, she just started talking to me from my watch.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, so she did not get it. So they are listening to us. Maybe this will be one of the episodes.
Yeah. You probably call up like Pedro. Hey, Pedro.
Hey, Pedro.
Do you use an iPhone? Yes. Okay.
So I'm not certain about this show. I'm not sure what to think about it. It's definitely unique and different. I'll definitely give it a shot because it's, 12 minutes. I can try 12 minutes of something. But it also premieres this month on Apple TV on March 19th.
It's probably why Apple stocks are so low, man. They keep giving us crap shows.
I'm still watching The Servant, though, and it's still weird as hell. So weird. I don't know what to think of it.
We're going to start that soon after Harry Potter is done, maybe.
You have to catch up with all your Harry Potter. I love that so much for you. Over on Fox. Fox has another sitcom coming out. In fact, this sitcom surprised me because I thought, oh, it's a new sitcom I've never heard of or seen. And turns out this is season 2. I'm like, what the hell? So Fox has a new sitcom called The Moodies. The show is based on an Australian TV show, originally called A Very Moody Christmas. And apparently it came out last December, the first season, and it was all Christmas themed episodes. It started as a holiday event comedy series with the first installments airing during the holiday season of last year. It stars Dennis Leary, which is, I've always liked him, and Elizabeth Perkins plays his wife. So that's pretty cool. And then they have, here we go, more sad adults, 3 grown adult children that have to end up moving back in with their parents. And so you got the overachiever, you got the oldest, you got the failure to launch. But the most exciting part is it also has Jay. How do you say his last name? Baruchel? I don't know. Jay, the kid from Tropic Thunder. And
the awkward skinny kid.
Yeah, the real skinny guy. He's got like the cool voice. He's in like those hockey the Goon movies.
Ain't he How to Train Your Dragon's voice?
Yes, he's the lead voice of How to Train Your Dragon. But I've always liked him. I've always liked Dennis Leary, and that's kind of what attracted me to this. It seems like a bunch of kind of mad Irish people living in the same house. And once again, I'm willing, another show that I'm willing to at least give a look at. And I might have to go back and watch. I didn't even realize they had Christmas episodes, and go back and see what that's about.
Yeah, because when you told me to watch these trailers, I looked it up. I'm like, wait a minute, this trailer's from last 1 year ago. Are you sure? Is this the right one?
Yeah, so you must have saw the OG Christmas season, and I didn't even know it existed, like, because they've been running it on TV. Like, I saw this and like, what is this? I don't want to see what this is. And so when I looked it up, all I saw was season 2's trailer, and I should have been more specific. I told you.
Yeah, but I was like 1 year ago. Let me look up season 2. So I watched the right trailer.
Yeah, what do you think?
I think it has a lot of humor in it. It's kind of like the other show you recommended.
Yeah,
but more like a little dirtier jokes.
Yeah, maybe a little dirtier, maybe a little more angry.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're both similar. They're coming from similar spaces where you've got kind of failures for adults. You know, they're trying to, I think it's probably going to talk to a lot of people, because there's a lot of people right now, is like, especially with COVID and things, they're like, oh man, I have to do this, I have to do that. And so it works with the average viewer. And so I think it's going to be good. It's interesting to see. Plus, I've always liked Dennis Leary since his television show Rescue Me, which was one of my all-time favorites.
You're telling me we got to move back to mom and dad? Yeah, man, it's okay.
Okay, so my last television trailer is a TV show called Kung Fu. I mean, such a good name. And for the olds out there like myself, you'll remember that Kung Fu has existed once before. So this is a reimagining. Kung Fu was a ABC television series way back when that starred David Carradine. And he's the one, remember the old, everybody goes, oh, Grasshopper. That was like, I think from Kung Fu.
It is?
Yeah. So, and David Carradine, I think he played a wandering Shaolin monk. And I'm not even sure that you have to check and see, is he part Asian or not? It was always kind of weird because he looked like a white guy. So, but that was the 70s and they could get away with that.
Yeah.
The why Rin looks at the old version of Kung Fu. I'll give you the synopsis of the new one. So it's on the CW. Yeah, he was an old white dude. It's on the CW. It's about a quarter life crisis, which is just the funniest thing I've ever heard. A quarter life crisis causes a young Chinese American woman, Nikki Shin, to drop out of college and go on a life-changing journey to an isolated monastery in China. But when she returns to San Francisco, she finds her hometown is overrun with crime and corruption, and her own parents are at the mercy of a powerful triad. Nikki relies on her tech-savvy sister, her pre-med brother, her ex-boyfriend, and a new love interest, as well as her martial art skills. And Shaolin, is that how you say it? Shaolin? Yes, Shaolin values to protect her community and bring criminals to justice, all while searching for the ruthless assassin who killed her Shaolin mentor and is now targeting her. What did you think of this trailer?
Oh, it was like terrible.
It really does, right? Like, this was the one, like,
oh my god, dude.
Of all the trailers we've read off, most of them I thought, I want to give that a shot. And then when I saw this thing, because I was excited, I'm like, Kung Fu, I remember that show. What are they doing now? And then I watch this, I'm like, this looks terrible.
You know how we talk about? I said that they take all the money to make Superman and Lois.
Yeah,
And this show got
these
no
fools.
money.
We'll even have like a part where they're trying to be like, what is it, like Jumping Tiger, Fighting Dragon, or whatever that movie is with all the cool effects.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Yeah, and she's like kind of flying around. It just looks corny as hell.
And she's like physics.
He's like, how'd you do that? Physics. I'm like, the acting looks bad. I'm like, what the crap is this? I mean, at least they got the right kind of cast members as opposed to the old white guy they used in the 70s. But what have they done? What have they done?
I mean, like maybe because I feel like their target audience is it's for me, right? It's like
I think it's for maybe the young Asian community, because it definitely feels like it's definitely aimed maybe for the late teen to early 20 type folks.
Yeah, but then it's like, dude, it's first of all, it's on CW, so it's being corny as heck.
Yeah,
the fighting I can't say the word anymore.
Choreography. Yeah,
it looks terrible. It's like, I don't know, man. The acting looks terrible. It's like a Mulan wannabe or something, man.
Well, the visuals actually kind of reminded me. Do you remember back in the day, there was not only network shows, but there were like these random shows that would just be on stations that had nothing to do with the network, like Xena the Princess Warrior, and the one with Kevin, whatever his name was, where he was like Hercules.
Yeah, it was called Hercules.
Yeah, those shows weren't actually owned by any one network. They were just like these random like soap opera-y type nighttime shows that would show up on Fox, and then they would get canceled and end up on ABC, and then they'd be replayed on TNT. And you're like, what the hell is this? And it was because they had no budget. And that's what this show looks like. They said, hey, yeah, that's cool. Let's remake it, but we're going to give you $12. Have a good time.
I know. It's kind of like when Disney made Wendy Wu or whatever, Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
That one's probably better than this show.
Probably. But if we've sold you on it and you're like, wow, that sounds like something I want to watch, it comes out next month, April 7th on the CW.
I know Kung Fu. Well, to be fair, what's his name? John Carradine.
Yeah.
He's
David Carradine.
Oh yeah, he is not Asian, but he kind of looks Asian.
And to be extra fair, he gained such a reputation in the OG Kung Fu that he played the old blind guy on Daredevil. What was his name? Sticks or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so he's kind of kept up with that quality for a really long time. So I don't know.
Maybe and the old Kung Fu show, he's played as a half. He's half American, half Chinese. So
yeah, and maybe he is. I have no idea that actor's real life. I have no idea. So I don't want to sell him short.
It's not Asian at all.
Okay.
I can tell you right now. I have it up. It's Dutch, German, Irish, Scottish, and Welsh.
And that just shows you how old TV was not afraid to cast white people as every race known to man.
Cancel culture right now.
They're like, yeah, close enough. Good enough. All right. So I think it's time. It's time to dip our toes in the news jacuzzi. So my first story, this is actually pretty cool. So I came across this by pure happenstance. Honestly, I can't even remember how. Have you ever heard of fan-controlled football? Oh, I remember how I came across this, Twitter.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Okay, so this is very exciting. So Twitch has created their own football league. It's essentially arena football, but the unique part of it is, as a fan, you can go on Twitch, or they have their own app. You can actually go to FCF app or something. It's a fan-controlled app you can download on your phone or your iPad. And the fans, they get a vote on what plays the team runs. So they vote on all the offense. So they only run offensive plays that you and I have created, which is pretty cool. And they've started to gain enough popularity that they've attracted some actual names. And I remember now why I came across this, because in his debut game, Josh Gordon caught a Hail Mary for a touchdown to win the game, walk-off touchdown. Now, if you're saying Josh Gordon's not a big enough player for you, they also have Johnny Manziel, the one, the only Johnny Manziel. Yeah, I know.
Johnny Cash, yeah.
So Fan-controlled football is a new league that is giving power to the fans who essentially make every single decision from roster choices to play calling. It's a small league featuring only 4 teams at the start, but it has come with some big names behind it. Owners for the teams include, listen to this. Now, you didn't like those first names, I could tell. Some of the owners, though, are Richard Sherman, Marshawn Lynch, Austin Eckler, rapper Quavo, Major League Baseball Trevor May, WNBA star Renee Montgomery, and NBA 2K hit Ronnie Singh. So these are big names in their professional sports.
No, man.
No, would you give it a shot? Would you go on there? I haven't logged in yet, but I watched a replay on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
And it's arena football. So if you liked arena football, you would like this. It's 50 yards. They play it inside of basketball stadiums. So they score an absolute shit ton of points. There's no kickoffs. There's no punts. In fact, there's not even goalposts. Teams start on their own 10-yard line. They try to drive 40 yards downfield for a score instead of a field goal for the extra point. It's always a 1-versus-1 battle between the wide receiver and a defensive back. I mean, just crazy concepts. The extra point half fans choose the wide receiver and the DB, and then they allow 3 seconds for the quarterback to throw the ball. Fans get to choose either the 1 point from the 5-yard line, or we can choose a 2-point conversion from the 10-yard line.
Wait, so it's not even a team?
There's full teams. That's only on the extra points.
Oh.
Yeah, on the extra points. Yeah, and so the 4 teams are called team number 1. These are amazing football names, by the way, which I assume were chosen by the dipshit fans, probably a bunch of 12-year-olds. The Glacier Boys. That sounds pretty cool, right? Then you have the Zappers. I'm like, okay, it sounds like you don't want to be at the Bugs if you play the Zappers. You have the Beasts. And finally, the Wild Aces round out, the team names. But
wait,
you said
4, right? Is that 4?
Those are the 4, yeah. So yeah, let me see: Glacier Boys, Zappers, Beasts, Wild Aces.
Oh yeah.
Those are your 4. And yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if I can recommend it or anything. I just want to tell people this exists, and so it's interesting for sure.
How long do they have in between plays for us to choose?
Let's see if it says. It says, trying to see if it gives me those details. I really don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's essentially, like I said, it's arena football with the fans getting to participate. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to take the video game experience, because I know a lot of people will play like Madden and they'll just play where they're just like making the decisions and the game plays out itself. This is the same thing, but with real people. And then they're starting to attract kind of like the busts of the football. So they get these guys that like are talented, but weren't talented enough to kind of figure it out in the NFL. And they're bringing them in. So they have those kind of names. And they all play. So another thing it says is they all play in the same stadium, which is in Atlanta. So all the games happen in the same stadium. They mix up the teams here and there. There's all sorts of weirdness that goes with just the way this works. It's incredible.
And you said that fans get to like rearrange the rosters too?
Yeah, and the fans choose the offense, but not the defense, because the coach will call the defense to try to, combat the fans' offense that we've chosen for them. So it's just like playing Madden with real people. It's pretty neat.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah. So my next story, pull this up here. My iPad is totally frozen, so that's just fun too. My next story is about frozen iPads and how you need to get a new one every couple of years, otherwise they don't work.
Just don't upgrade, man.
Well, I can remember it. I don't need to screw this. I'm gonna go by memories. My next story is, I know you mentioned last episode that you were gonna make enough money on Top Shot so you could buy a house. Well, dude, I figured it out. You've already made enough money on Top Shot to buy a house. Are you ready?
What? I'm already there.
You're there. Like you thought, oh man, I'm gonna have to sell $100,000, moment. But no, you can buy a house right now, and this is no lie, for $1. Not only can you buy it for $1, but they'll even give you some credits to fix it up, because they're trying to get people to move into these homes. So if you are willing to move to Italy, you can buy a house for €1, which is equivalent of $1.20 something, whatever it might be. So I guess it's a little bit more than $1. There's a small town in Italy where it's become so dilapidated, and so many people, when they lost whatever industry they had, everybody moved out of it. And it's a beautiful town. Like the pictures of it are pretty neat. So it says these $1 Italian houses in Troina, Sicily, come with up to $30,000 in restoration grants. So not only do you only have to pay $1 to move in, they'll give you a $30,000 grant to fix up the house because they want you to stay. And they're trying to turn this into like maybe vacation homes for people. So it's in the northeast region of Sicily, Italy. It's a small prehistoric town called Triona, which boasts all the trappings of a small prehistoric town. There are crumbled castles and vestiges and of ancient cemeteries, walking trails once trod by shepherds, and cobblestone paths beneath the arches. But what happened is everybody's left. So if you haven't already decided this is amazing, the next revolution will do the trick. It says you can buy a new house there for €1, just over $1. For all of its appeal, the aged epicenter has essentially become deserted in recent decades, and as residents have migrated to newer homes on the outskirts of town or sought greener pastures elsewhere. And what's pretty neat, they're saying that these are like old brick homes are like one right on top of each other, to where if one person has their window open, their shutter flopped open this way, they have to close it if their neighbor wants to open theirs, that kind of thing. That's how close they are in proximity. But holy smokes, I mean, the fact that you could live somewhere for $1 is pretty cool.
So like, where do you go shopping? Is there like something close by or what, you know?
Yeah, so I think it says it has its own downtown area with restaurants and bars, and they're just being really aggressive to try to revitalize this area. It's pretty cool. They say there's a lot of paperwork that you have to fill out to actually, become part of this program. But once you get in, you are kind of like, you have to move there and you have to fix this house. That's the deal. Is they're expecting you to come in and like revamp it for them.
I think you just solved like our homeless problem, man.
I know. Just
ship them to
$1, put them on a plane.
Yeah, there we go. Here's $1. Have at it.
Yeah, that's incredible. Like you hear about things like this once in a while, but yeah, it is really incredible. Yeah, just looking at like some of the money they're willing to give you. So they're even willing to give you $12,000 a month in energy savings. So they want people to move there super bad. My last story, has to do with we're finally getting ourselves some competition in the podcast world, because really nobody else compares to you and I. We're clearly the best podcasters out there. And this story proves it. The only competition we're ever going to have is with IKEA. What? So IKEA has done something very unique because, they're kind of out of the box thinkers. And so their catalog, which is hundreds and hundreds of pages of fun Dutch words, Swedish words, they are changing their catalog to a podcast. So if you were going to listen to the IKEA podcast, it's all it is a guy reading the pages of the catalog one by one, telling you exactly what's happening in the book. Isn't that crazy? They said, think of it as a tour for your ears. Each audio chapter focuses on a different furnished home from the traditional catalog, as well as offering how-to tips on how to decorate your own home. And then as he tells you about these homes, he goes, oh, by the way, you just need to buy part number 67849 at your local IKEA.
Well, tell me this. Have you ever looked at an IKEA catalog?
Never once.
Well, I have. And I've never like read it, like flipping through it's a picture book for
pages.
Me, you know?
Yeah, you're looking at it. It's kind of an interesting choice then that they've decided to describe said furniture to you rather than show it to you, rather than saying, oh, we're turning our catalog into a video series or a vlog. We're going to turn it into an audio sensatory podcast. I mean, was this made by the Apple guys? This is so strange.
Yeah. So they're going to stop producing like the physical media of it?
Yeah, they said their 2021 catalog is their last ever physical printed catalog. So I'm imagining you'll still be able to go to their website and use their website like before, where you could pull things up and see it and all those kind of things. But yeah, if you're a really lonely home Karen and you want to know which ottoman is going to fit in your little tiny, dorm size room, that you want to listen to the IKEA podcast.
So I'm gonna go and collect all of the 2021 editions and then sell it on eBay. The last physical copy.
You're like the guy selling off all the Dr. Seuss books that were racist, and he's like $1,000 a piece, and everybody's like, oh, I want it now so badly. And it's like, bro, they took it off. The people that make it are the ones that got rid of it. Nobody canceled this book, you idiots. It's probably all a marketing scam.
Yeah. You weren't talking about Dr. Seuss like a few days ago. Now you are.
Yeah, nobody was, and nobody read these books. The books that they got rid of, nobody read those. It wasn't green eggs and ham. It was a bunch of crap no one even looked at.
That's why we never read it.
Yeah, stupid idiots. All right, so I have one surprise for you before we wrap up this cast. So we got our first ever letter. We've been begging for it, and it's happened.
What?
So yeah, we had a listener slide into our DMs. I'm like, oh, hey, how's it going? So here I'm gonna read it off. Rami from Brisbane. I think Rami from Brisbane. That's Australia, right? Says, "What's up, Audionots? I noticed that almost every review gets a 6.5. Are you chicken to really like or hate things?" So, Rami, you think that's a girl or a guy's name? I don't even know.
Well, there's that one show. Then the dude's name was Rami.
Okay, so dude named Rami, lady named Rami. You know, however floats your boat. It's all good. Or what if it's Remy? What if I'm saying it wrong? What if it's like the mouse from Ratatouille? Isn't that named Remy or something?
Well, how do you spell it?
Raimi. Is that even a name? That's not a real name. So Rami from Brisbane is telling us that we give everything a 6.5 stars. I'm pretty sure I actually do that a lot. And yes, it's because I only kind of like everything. Well, but now I'm going to be so focused on it.
Not like Cobra Kai season 2, man. You gave like a 3.
That's true. So, yeah, but okay. I will never give any. How about from this day forward, I'll never give anything 6.5 stars.
Well, yeah, I think one of the issue is that we watch stuff that we enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's either like, oh yeah, it's okay, 6, you know, to where it's a 10. Let's go.
Yeah, 10 seems like too much, and sometimes even like a 7 or 8 seems like too much. But it's not below average. It's a little bit better than average. Yeah, maybe I'll be more aggressive with my ratings, and then things will either be below average or above average, and I'll be like, that's a 6, that's a 3, that's a 2.
I just watched Dark Phoenix, and that's a 2.
You know? Yeah. So WandaVision, I'm gonna give a solid 9, no halves. What was the other one we just talked about? Boss Level, I'm gonna give it a solid 8. So I liked it that much.
Damn.
Yeah. Whereas I'm guessing that the Justice League, whether it's made by Zack Snyder or not, I'm gonna give a 3 before I've even seen it.
It's about 6.5.
It'd be so funny if it turns out to be a 6.5. Because honestly, if I had given a rating earlier to Superman and Lois, I would say, yeah, it's a solid 6.5.
So Raimi is right, dude.
Yeah, no, it's a fair assessment. We'll take it. So if anybody else has, go ahead.
Are they a podcast too, or are they just a listener?
It doesn't say. So most likely another podcast. I don't know for sure. But yeah. So thanks for listening, Rami.
Yeah, shout out to
Brisbane.
Rami.
Yeah, down under. You probably love it when people do Australian accents. But yeah, thanks. We appreciate it. For anybody else that wants to email us, DM us, feel free. You can hit us up at it's Audionots@gmail.
Audionotspod@gmail.com.
Audionotspod@gmail.com, or you can just hit us up on our Twitter, which is Audionuts, and that's where they slid into our DMs. So that's fair. It's all fun and games, and we'll have to add like a new sounder if we actually get more. I was thinking about singing like a song like letters, we like the letters, or something like that.
There it is. Already, I cut it up.
Oh, cool. That's it. That's all I had. Do you have anything else?
I've been thinking, because like next podcast is gonna be our season 2 finale.
Yeah. So you have an idea?
I've been trying to find like an idea how to do it like differently.
Yeah.
And I was like, what if we go live? Like,
I think we can do it, because you really, like, a lot of podcasts cut and chase and do things, and the only time really that you edit anything out of our podcasts is if there's been like some sort of internet freeze. That's really the only thing you ever take out.
Yeah.
So what people hear is pretty much the way we said it. So I don't think I'd be nervous at all to do it live. So I'd be down to try that.
Yeah, the only time I edit, it's like that or our breaks. That's it.
Yeah. So we should really advertise that so more people like Raimi can tell us how much we suck, and that'd be
live
fun.
on air.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm down.
I bet
for that.
he's gonna say 6.
I'd be like 6.5, sons of bitches.
I'm just trying to figure out a way if we're doing live.
Yeah.
Can we record it at the same time? Sort of thing.
I would think so, right? Because we're recording to the cloud anyways.
Yeah.
So I would think that, because I know we're using Zoom, so everybody knows how it works. And hopefully, eventually, I was going to ask you about this too. Hopefully, now we're like literally a month away from getting our vaccines. You could actually start coming back over, and we could sound like perfect again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the internet won't matter as much. But since we are still on Zoom, I'm pretty sure you could broadcast live on Facebook and YouTube while still recording.
Yeah, we just have to upgrade for that one episode.
Yeah, we could do a free 7-day trial. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah,
let's go. Let's do it live. I want to try that.
We'll do it live.
And then we could like read comments as they come in and stuff like that. Be kind of interactive. Be kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I like it. Let's try it. So let's see what happens. So that's something for everybody to look forward to. Our live ending to season 2.
So we're gonna advertise it, and then we should test it out, see if it works.
Make sure we can actually do it. Advertise it, then it doesn't actually work.
Yeah, like it never fails. That happens all the time.
All right, man. That's all I got. You have anything else?
That's it, man. Hopefully, we get more packs. NBA.
Oh yeah. Hopefully, we'll be able to talk about it on the next episode. So, with that, we bid everybody adieu, and we will see you on the flip side. Bye.